In Star Wars, lightsabers are iconic, symbols of the Force, combat, and destiny. But beyond their flash and flare, each blade's color reveals something much deeper. The personality, values, and even moral philosophy of the one who wields it. From warriors to philosophers, from the devout to the defiant.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon.
Your saber color says everything about who you are inside. In the early days of the Jedi Order, lightsabers were often made with crystals from the planet Ilum, which gave them a distinct color. The Jedi would travel to Ilum to harvest these crystals, a process that required great focus and connection to the Force. The color of the crystal determined the color of the lightsaber, making each one unique to its user. Blue is the color of guardians, fighters on the front lines who defend the peace with discipline, not rage. It's a symbol of courage, loyalty, and duty. But blue also represents structure, rules, systems, and tradition. Obi-Wan Kenobi's entire life reflects this. Calm, respectful, and fiercely loyal to the Jedi Code, even when it means sacrificing personal bonds. Then there's Anakin Skywalker, another blue wielder, but one who struggles against those very ideals. He's impulsive and emotional, but trained to live by structure. The blue blade becomes a symbol of his conflict. The push and pull between his role as a warrior and his heart as a human. Green is the color of the consulars, the seekers of truth, the listeners of the Force. But this blade is more than a nod to wisdom. It's a declaration that not all battles are fought with a saber. Jedi who wield green don't run from conflict, they rise above it. They understand that lasting peace comes from knowledge, not dominance. They look inward first, trusting their intuition and deep connection to the living Force to guide their actions. Take Qui-Gon Jinn, a true green wielder at heart. He didn't blindly follow the Jedi Council. He believed the Force was alive, constantly changing, constantly speaking. That made him a maverick, but also a visionary. He saw the flaws in the system long before they collapsed. And then there's Yoda, the epitome of balance and patience. His saber rarely ignites unless absolutely necessary. His strength lies in his mind, in his calm. Even in exile, he's teaching, mentoring, guiding. Green isn't just wisdom, it's conviction without ego. Purple is where things get complicated. It blends blue's discipline with red's aggression, light and dark, in harmony. Mace Windu's lightsaber is said to reflect his unique personality and connection to the Force. It is more than rare, it's a declaration. His combat form channels dark emotions without being consumed. Purple wielders are self-aware and strategically unorthodox. They're not afraid to get their hands dirty for the greater good. They bend the rules without breaking their morals. Mace walks the razor's edge, and it's what makes him powerful and dangerous. Purple is the saber of those who confront the darkness within and choose to harness it instead of fear it. White sabers are born from red crystals turned clear, a sign of purification and rebirth. They are often associated with the Jedi Consulars, a group of Jedi who focused on diplomacy and negotiation. These lightsabers symbolize the Guard's neutrality and commitment to protecting the temple, rather than their individual personalities or alignments. Ahsoka Tano's white blades represent her independence, clarity, and moral evolution. After leaving the Jedi, she forged her own code, still guided by compassion, but no longer bound by politics or dogma. White lightsaber wielders are rare because few choose to walk away and still fight for the light. These are the redeemed, the outsiders, the gray-hearted heroes who find clarity in uncertainty. Ahsoka's white sabers don't represent neutrality. They represent balance forged through trial. Yellow sabers are wielded by Jedi Sentinels, experts in fields outside the Force, espionage, tech, stealth, and more. These Jedi are pragmatic, resourceful, and balanced between green and blue, between thought and action, between physical and mental mastery. Temple guards wield yellow, not just for ceremonial duty, but because they represent the balance between spiritual integrity and practical defense. Rey's yellow saber at the end of The Rise of Skywalker marks her as someone carving a new path, one informed by both warrior strength and spiritual truth. Orange sabers, seen recently in Jedi Fallen Order and Ahsoka, carry a tone of mystery, caution, and deep thought. They hint at a Force user who's reflective but not passive, observant, skeptical, and shaped by personal struggle. Their users are rare and mysterious, often seekers of hidden truths. Characters like Baylan Skoll wield orange, symbolizing a departure from absolutes. Not Jedi, not Sith, but something new. These wielders often see flaws in both systems and act from conviction rather than ideology. Orange is the blade of the idealist tempered by reality. Bronze, or brown-toned sabers, appear in legends, wielded by characters like Lowbacca, Chewbacca's nephew. These blades reflect humility, strength, and a connection to nature. Unlike the flashy glow of other sabers, bronze reflects a commitment to life, tradition, and the physical world. Grounded warriors are often overlooked, but they're essential. They are earthy, practical, have a strong moral code, and don't seek glory. They protect what matters. In a galaxy of extremes, bronze wielders are the calm in the storm, the ones who remind us why we fight. Cyan sabers shine bright, almost playful. They represent freedom, agility, and fluidity in combat and philosophy. These wielders are innovators, explorers, often acting on instinct and emotion rather than rigid codes. Their wielders are usually optimistic, agile, and freedom-loving. In Jedi Fallen Order, the Cyan saber suggests a user who adapts quickly and embraces uncertainty as opportunity. These Force users push boundaries, not to rebel, but to discover. Cyan reflects the joy of learning, the excitement of movement, and the refusal to be boxed in. Mitra Surik, a Cyan lightsaber wielder, played an important role in defeating the Mandalorians towards the end of the war. But because of her controversial actions during the final big battle, she lost her connection to the Force. Amber, subtle, radiant, and quietly powerful. This saber color sits at the edge of the known, representing emotional insight, internal balance, and a quest for harmony. Amber wielders aren't easily categorized. They don't shout their values, they live them. These are the Jedi who operate between the extremes, not as soldiers or mystics, but as philosophers, counselors, and peace weavers. They understand both sides of a conflict and strive to bring others into understanding, not submission. Imagine a Jedi who's been shaped by pain but not broken by it. One who's felt the pull of darkness but never gave in. Amber isn't the color of a zealot. It's the color of a soul that has seen both the beauty and brutality of the galaxy and still chooses to seek unity. These sabers often belong to those who lead not by command but by example. Their strength lies in their ability to bridge gaps between Jedi and civilian, between action and thought, between feeling and discipline. Magenta is bold, striking, and emotional. Wielded in Legends by Mara Jade, the Emperor's hand turned Jedi, this saber reflects charm, strength, and deep compassion. The Cyans of Zakul were also known for their magenta lightsabers. Magenta sabers are for those who face darkness with love, not weakness. Their greatest strength isn't power, it's empathy. These are characters who feel deeply, care profoundly, and often sacrifice more than we see. For Mara, the blade marked her journey from assassin to Jedi, a transformation not of skill, but of heart. Each lightsaber color tells a story, not just of power, but of purpose. From wisdom to rebellion, discipline to discovery, these glowing blades reflect who we are and who we choose to become. So tell us, what color would your lightsaber be? And what does that say about you? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and force push the notification button.